Hello everyone, it's me, Thomas Fixter, coming to you with a video. These are the 4 surprising lessons I learned when I started managing people for the first time. When I first moved into a team management, from product management, I quickly learned that managing people is very different than managing a product. As it turns out, people are complicated. I had the wrong expectations about what it would take to be a good manager, something I'm sure many people can relate to. Becoming a manager for the first time requires a lot of trial and effort, and no matter how diligently you prepare, mistakes are inevitable. Well, that being said, the following lessons have helped me navigate this transition, and I hope that they can help those who are undertaking their managerial journey for the first time. Lesson 1. Products don't fail silently. People do. Mistaking silence for satisfaction is one of the most common mistakes the new managers make. When you manage a product, there are alerts and other objective measures that notify you when something's wrong so you can fix it. People don't come in mornings and often they're expressing their feelings. As a new manager, it's easy to assume that people will come to you when they have a problem. But chances are they won't happen. Many find it irritating to approach a new manager, so they avoid doing it altogether. The truth is, when we've cultivated work environments where people are hesitant about speaking up, this might be because of the fear stemming from reaction. It might also be because they have been burned in the past. Solution. Take the time to get to know your team. As a manager, you need to realize that people will fail silently. It's vital to make time to get to know your team so you can better sense where things may not be going well. Acknowledge that you're probably bad at asking the right questions to really understand what's going on. So make sure, attention is clear, make it known that you don't view asking for help as a weakness and all you want to do is help. Setting up simple processes, channels that enable your employees to reach out to you when they need your support is a great start. Understanding that silence doesn't mean success in itself, a step in the right direction. Next, get to know your team inside and out. Learn their habits, likes, dislikes, and pet peeves. As trust between you and your employees develops, they may start to become comfortable around you and may start to ask you directly for help and advice. Lesson 2. Products don't have fear, people do. Something else that is disproportionately apparent in people versus products is emotion. To be even more specific, it's fear. For fear drives so many things within us, and it's common for many to relate negative emotions to something they're afraid of. Work is no different, since so many people derive purpose from their role. Fear manifests in the workplace in many different ways. People don't want to seem weak at work because they associate that with not excelling, even though we are all afraid of something. As a result, fear commonly manifests as anger. When you're angry, you can talk about what you're scared of without seeming weak because you're blaming on someone else. Products, on the other hand, don't have this negative compounding effect built into them. Solution. Remind yourself that everyone is afraid of something. Always keep in mind that everyone is likely afraid of some scenario. Try to understand what that is and then do whatever you can in your power to prevent it from happening. Get to know your team and what excites them. Aim to create safe spaces for them to open up so you can help prevent any future destructive behaviours. Lesson 3. Products don't get lost in their emotions, people do. One thing that's hard to come to terms with is understanding that as a manager, you have explicit power. Even if you understand that you have the privilege of helping facilitate people's careers, it doesn't stop you from being human. It doesn't stop you from getting upset when someone on your team was upset with you, and it doesn't stop you from having those same destructive tendencies that they have. The only difference is that when you do it, it's worse. Your blast radius is so large that if you let yourself get lost in your emotions, you will never be safe net that your team needs you to be. Solution. Learn to let go of your ego. Keep in mind that if someone is upset at you, they're probably just afraid of something. Every minute you waste defending your ego is a minute you're not spending on getting to the root of their fear. The faster you get there, the quicker you actually solve the problem. Lesson 4. Products don't require you to earn their trust. People do. Just because you're the manager doesn't mean that people respect or trust you. We've all had managers who we held to a very high standard, but the second you become one yourself, many of us forget that. chances are you have a lot of more empathy than what managers do through now then, what you did back then, and the longer you are in your role, the less you remember what it was like not to have explicit power. Because of this, some people just assume that trust is explicit. They expect that their team will have their back and trust their decisions. As a result, they put in less thought when it comes to validating their choices. They don't put extra effort to get to know their team, and they don't go above and beyond to prove to their team that they're there to help. But respect doesn't always automatically come with a title change. It's something that you need to learn. Your team or report will never reach their full potential if you don't earn their trust first. People are more complicated than products. Most managers know that in theory, yet often in for a rude awakening when they start to encounter the realities of the new role. When the product fails, you can intentionalize it. When a person fails, the impact is significant and in many ways it falls on you. That said, being a manager comes with great rewards. There's nothing more satisfying than supporting someone and helping them turn their fear into confidence. That's when you can do your best work and when you'll be glad that you took on this challenge in the first place. Well guys, that's time again. Thank you for watching. You subscribe to my channel and like and share and comment on the videos.